Canelo Alvarez isn't just a champion, he's a force of nature, a battle-hardened warrior forged in fire and pressure. From the rough streets of Guadalajara to the bright lights of the global stage, Canelo's journey has been a relentless climb through blood, sweat, and sacrifice. He didn't inherit greatness, he earned it, one brutal round at a time. With thunder in his fists and ice in his veins, he's dismantled legends, silenced critics, and redefined what it means to be elite in this era. His defense is surgical, his power punishing, and his will unbreakable. But against Terence Crawford, a cerebral assassin known for his adaptability, precision, and ring IQ, Canelo must be more than just powerful. He'll need to be patient, sharp, and surgical, ready to adjust on the fly and execute with near-perfect timing. Every move must be calculated, every mistake avoided. Because Crawford isn't just smart, he's dangerous. Still, every time Canelo steps into the ring, it's not just a fight, it's a mission to dominate, to destroy, and to remind the world that he's not just part of boxing history, he is boxing history. Canelo represents the pinnacle of discipline, pressure tested on every stage, against every style, and still standing at the very top. Now, as he prepares for one of the most anticipated and electrifying clashes in recent boxing memory, Canelo versus Terence Crawford, the stakes have never been higher. This is not just a fight, it's a moment in history. Two pound-for-pound kings colliding in a showdown that transcends weight classes, backgrounds, and styles.
I don't gotta knock him out to beat him. You know, he's never been knocked out before, but he lost fights before. You know, so everybody, you know, that's coming in thinking that I need a knockout to beat Canelo Alvarez is wrong.
He's gonna be one of my best opponents in my career because he have everything. You know, he's a great fighter.
Crawford, undefeated and highly respected for his versatility and ring IQ, presents a challenge unlike any other, a master technician with the heart of a warrior. Crawford isn't just stepping up in weight, he's stepping into the lion's den. But make no mistake, he's not here to survive, he's here to conquer. With flawless footwork, laser-sharp timing, and an ability to adapt mid-fight like few in boxing history, Crawford is built for this kind of test.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo, he's going to slow down. You know, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later.
He's dissected world champions across divisions, switching stances, confusing opponents, and closing the show with brutal precision. For Crawford, this fight is his shot at greatness. The moment he proves that skill, strategy, and sheer willpower can topple even the most dominant force of this generation. Should he pull off the upset, he won't just be the man who beat Canelo, he'll be the new face of boxing and arguably the greatest fighter of this era.
If he manages to get through Canelo Alvarez, does that cement his place on the Mount Rushmore of boxing?
You just answered the question.
Rhetorical.
To conquer a fighter like Crawford, Canelo knows preparation must be flawless, inside and outside the ring. Inside the gym, Canelo's preparation reaches a new level of intensity. His pad work is explosive. First-person footage shows him unloading blistering combinations with frightening speed. Under Eddie Reynoso's watchful eye, he's fine-tuning angles and sharpening counters to crack Crawford's elusive defense. On the heavy bag, it's pure power and pressure, as Canelo pounds out vicious hooks and body shots built to break down even the toughest opponents. To mirror the high-level threat Crawford presents, Canelo has brought in former rival Jaime Munguia for sparring. Known for his relentless aggression, Munguia is helping Canelo stay sharp under pressure. These sessions focus on mid-range dominance, defensive reflexes, and reading rhythm shifts, skills essential for dealing with Crawford's switch-hitting and unpredictable style. But raw power and IQ alone won't cut it. Canelo's camp puts major emphasis on strength and recovery, using heavy lifts, functional training, and core drills to maintain speed and explosiveness. Recovery routines, ice baths, massages, and stretching keep his body fresh, mobile, and injury-free deep into camp.
El agua ya sale a 2 grados. Ya sale a 2 grados el agua, pero si nos hace falta hielo, yo creo que no hay que preocuparse mucho.
Aquí nos ahorramos el hielo. Vamos.
Ya está a 2 grados el agua.
Perhaps most critical is the mental preparation. Training in isolation, Canelo is more locked in than ever. Each day, he and Reynoso break down Crawford's habits and build a strategy rooted in patience, precision, and pressure. This isn't just another fight, it's a chess match with one of the smartest fighters Canelo has ever faced. But as Canelo sharpens his weapons in solitude, one legend isn't focused on the noise or the size difference. Instead, he's watching the skill behind the strategy. Roy Jones Jr. offered a deep, analytical take on the highly anticipated showdown between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford.
What I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford, a Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity, and really ready to grab the opportunity.
Cutting past the theatrics and zeroing in on what really matters, skill and preparation. I pay no attention to the pushing and shoving, or even the weight difference, Jones said. When you know how to box, when you're as skillful as Terence Crawford is, weight don't really matter much. The only thing that matters is, can you take the punch? He acknowledged Canelo's immense power, but stressed that Crawford's elite technique and ring IQ could neutralize much of the physical disparity.
Don't think, or you don't look into the weight difference. Why?
When you know how to box, when you're as skillful as Terence Crawford is, weight don't really matter. Only thing that matters with the weight is can you take the punch? And I'm sure you've been sparring with super middles and light heavies, so I'm sure you probably can take the punch.
I see a hungry Crawford, a Crawford that's been waiting for this opportunity for a long time, and now he's ready to grab it, Jones said, highlighting the mental edge Crawford brings to the table. When speaking on Canelo, Roy praised his willingness to chase legacy fights. Canelo not necessarily hungry, but he loves to entertain. He always finds a way to give us big fights. But he cautioned that at this stage in Canelo's career, executing the perfect game plan might be tougher than ever. If he shows up and does the exact right thing, he can win. But if he don't, and I don't know why he would at this point in his career, it's going to be a problem.
And with Canelo, I see a guy who not necessarily hungry, but loves to entertain, loves to give us the big fights. Always tries to give the big fights. He finds a way to give us big fights.
Jones reiterated that it all comes down to how well Crawford can handle Canelo's shots, especially at 168 pounds. If you got skill, all your stuff goes up with you, Roy said confidently. I went all the way to heavyweight. Crawford can too if he's ready for the impact.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm not really worried about the weight. I'm worried about the skill level that they use during the fight.
If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your fellow fight fans, and subscribe for more epic boxing content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.